Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to Autoversity. I'm Dwayne Marino, and if you like these tips, please click subscribe, share, and like. Today's tip is really regarding closing the sale. So those of you that know my material really well, you'll recognize this as being what I call the AAA close. A couple of nice things about this approach, and I will explain it as I go through. It's a very short, easy close to learn. It's universal. You can use it to sell anybody anything, literally. It's one of the only closes you need to memorize or use all the time. It will allow the seller to get a commitment from the buyer if you're not really sure, what your solution may be. So it's going to give you or your partners, your management, a little bit of time to get creative with how you might want to, satisfy the customer's concern in a lot of cases. So you can get a commitment without being committal. From the consumer's point of view, you are isolating the final objections or questions and being very clear in terms of your approach of making them happy and trying to earn or garner their business. So last final comment before I give you these tips or these closes is when you are closing, you always want to close on two alternative options where the seller really doesn't care which one the buyer picks. But if the buyer picks one, it means you've got a green light and you're ready to go ahead. So you always want to close, use an alternate choice either or at the end, because people will generally reflex and pick which one of the two work better for them, and no matter which one they pick, you've just closed the sale. So here we go. The three words are arrangement, agreement, and accommodation. Mr. and Mrs. Consumer, if we could somehow come to an arrangement on this, what are you thinking? Maybe installation this date or that date. Arrangement. That's a really great word if you've got to physically modify the product or make some adjustments to what you're actually proposing with the customer's product. Here's a second word. Mr. and Mrs. Consumer, if we could somehow come to an agreement on the blank, insert again customer's question or objection, did you want to take delivery this date or that? Agreement is excellent when you're talking figures, numbers, anything where you might have to compromise on dollars. Third one, if we could somehow accommodate you, what are you considering? Maybe, Tuesday or Thursday evening, what's better for you? Accommodate. Accommodate is a great word if there's things about the product that you can't change, that maybe they're saying they're not happy about, but you're going to throw in something or add value or maybe make an adjustment somehow to your offering. So the three words again are arrangement, agreement, accommodation. Possibly could use them in one sentence. Mr. and Mrs. Consumer, if we could somehow come to an agreement, an arrangement, or an accommodation regarding the blank or those issues, what are you considering? Going ahead with the blue one or the red one? So there's the closes. There's the fundamentals laid out for you. I wish you great selling and great success. Create a great day. I'm Dwayne Marino, and remember the difference between a closer and a loser is a closer actually finishes the sale and a loser just sets things up for the other salesperson in the other business to close your customer that you actually sold but were unable to complete the transaction with. I'm Dwayne Marino. Take care and we'll see you soon.